How's it going, everybody? Tyler with Just Right Outdoors. First off, I wanted to say I know I missed last week's gear review, and I do apologize for that. But we had awesome things happen in the household. Daughter Lillian, she's 9. She moved out here with her family from Colorado to Washington. So she ended up coming out Sunday to our place, and with a bag full of clothes, and wanted to stay for the summer. So we couldn't say no. So we're excited to have her and her family, and it's going to be awesome. We actually took her to get her first fish. She's already shooting bows, and she's really excited about hunting season this year. So looks like me, but girl form. But she's adorable. We're all happy to have her. So again, I do apologize for that, but if something like that comes up, just so you guys know, I won't end up recording a video, because I will always choose my kids and my wife over being outdoors. And with that, we're outside today. A little different setting than my garage. That's a mess. But where we're at is a private property, but my family and a couple other people have access to this property. It's owned by a logging company up north. They let us come out here and deer hunt if we want to, but their biggest thing is bears tearing up the trees. So me and my father-in-law are going to be trying to get the bears out of here by means of hunting or anything else we can do to try to help them. So 99% of the time I'm a public land hunter, 100% spot and stalk. And but I was out here shooting my bow just because it's nice. You can get far. There's different roads. You can get really far. I don't think I'd ever take a shot on a deer past 70, 80 yards, or an elk for that matter. But it's just fun to target shoot far distances, 100 yards plus. So that's why we like coming out here. Plus the kids can run around. We go on hikes and look at a lot of wildlife. With that, we'll dive in to this gear review. So like I said, Exo Mountain Gear, their packs look awesome. Everything about them looks great. Unfortunately, the price point, being a single family income, like I've been saying, I kind of go budget wise, and doing some research, YouTube videos, couldn't find too much on them. I found enough, but I read a lot on the forums. Alps Outdoorz. I bought my first Alps Outdoorz pack. Now mind you, they have two different sizes of them. They got just regular Alps Outdoorz, or they got their Extreme line. I've only bought in their Extreme line, so I can't say anything about their normal products. My father-in-law uses their regular backpacks. He uses a Fanny Pack like this, but it's not the Extreme. And he got 3-4 years out of a $40 Fanny Pack, and we ended up buying him a bigger, newer one for Father's Day, and so a couple years out of that. So that's all I know about that. Is that they did last, and for the price you can't really complain. He does mainly day hunts. He goes out elk camp, but always comes back to camp. Me, I'm still young and dumb, so I'll do the stupid stuff. But with that being said, we'll dive into the Fanny Pack. This is called their Switchback X. It's actually partnered with Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. When you buy one of their bags that they're partnered through, they actually donate some of the proceeds to them. So that was pretty cool. So that's what made me choose that. Plus it's Coyote Brown, and I'm an old Army vet, so OD Green and Coyote Brown, those are two of my favorite things. The difference between these and their regular packs is the padding. They use a Lycra, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong and I'm going to butcher it all up, padding in their shoulder pads, and it is kind of, it's just nice thick pad. They're comfortable, they don't slide around. Their waist belts are the same, nice and padded. They don't slide around, and that's kind of the thing, is like Exo Mountain Gear, when I was looking at them and I saw the price, I almost choked. But their stuff's got pads too, it's nice, it breathes, it does what it's supposed to do. But the thing is, their waist belts are one size, like they have specific sizes for each individual. Alps Outdoorz kind of caters to everybody. I will tell you, I have not had a problem with this sliding around, moving around. It holds, it doesn't move, and it stays where you want it. Is this Fanny Pack is you can open this up and basically roll out this shell and have a backpack. So there you go, now you got a backpack. It's just one big compartment. I've used this to take trail cameras down after I've harvested my deer, and it works good. I haven't really used it for much else. If I do use this, I'll typically put, because I hunt the late season. Let the wife hunt the early season, it's nicer out. I hunt the late season, and in Washington that means it's usually cold, snowy, rainy, whatever. Whatever they're gonna throw at you. So these little straps up here are nice because I can tie down a raincoat or something. And then this has got a compartment in it. Got some rope, but it's got a couple mesh pockets on the sides. I'll hold this up for you guys so you can see. But it's got some mesh pockets on the inside, if I can find it. There it is. There's one mesh pocket. There's two on the sides, and then just one compartment in the middle. I'll tell you what, everything that's in this bag that I'm going to be using this year fits perfectly in this bag. Got a little zipper pocket here. That's where I put all my first aid supply stuff. And this is where I put all my lickies and chewies in this front pouch here. You know, it worked. I used it all last year except for bear season. Bear hunting, I used this pack just because I planned on being out in the sticks for 4 days. And we'll get into that. And then it's got a little pouch here that you can put whatever you want in there. I put my game calls, mouth calls, what have you. It's got this water bottle pouch here. It does fit a 32 ounce, I believe it is, or it's a 64 ounce Camelback water bottle. And that's what I'll take with me. I mean, you can see off the road it's brushy, and that's pretty much what we deal with all the time, so it doesn't get hung up on stuff. That's really nice. Moving around to where it hooks up to you, you got these two waist pouches, and this is the one thing that kind of sold me on Alps, is I really like this, really like this. So before I had my marsupial bino harness, which I talked about last review, I had to put everything in here, so GPS would go in one, rangefinder in the other, you know, and then you're zipping and unzipping zippers. Now, mind you, they're pretty quiet if you want them to be. They work. The biggest thing though is my GPS, my 64 ST, the antenna would stick out, so sometimes if it got caught on some brush, it would actually pull the zipper up and I'd lose my Garmin. Probably won't happen. But the cool thing with this Alps Outdoorz Switchback, and their Big Bear X, I believe, has this too, or it might not. I'd have to look on their website. Is this bowl holder, and here I'll walk over so you guys can kind of see that. So right off the waist strap, there's this little hook hanging down. Set your string on there, and you got both hands to glass. I thought that was really cool, and it works. It works really well. Easy to find. All their bags have adjustable straps right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got adjustable straps. You can actually put a holster in there. I know in Washington you can't carry a firearm during archery season unless it's for personal protection, and the laws are kind of gray. And my take on it is it's got to be concealed. So I don't know if that's true or not. Correct me if I'm wrong, Washington guys. But I don't carry a gun when I go archery hunting anyway. So, but that's a cool feature, especially if you're rifle hunting, going predator hunting. You can have a sidearm readily accessible. And I will say the Blackhawk holsters will fit in there. Blade Tech holsters will fit in there. And my G-code incog for my Glock fits in there. And it didn't move around at all. You can actually cinch this down, tighten it around the holster. It won't wiggle around too much. Other than that, this Fanny Pack is great. Like I said, I used this all last season because I did primarily day hunts for deer, and I didn't get a chance to go out elk hunting last year, which really sucks. But it did what it needed to do, and I can't remember the price point on this. I'm gonna put a link in the description bar so you guys can go to Alps Outdoorz, because they have tons of packs. I only have a few. They've got 2 new ones that I want to try. Just got to convince the wife. But they're doing great stuff there, so definitely check them out. Check this out if that's something you're into. Fanny Pack. It's basically lightweight, mobile, and it keeps you moving. Moving on, this is called the Traverase X. They have it in real tree. They have a camo called Veal. It's kind of cool looking. Coyote brown. This pack, I love. It does everything I need it to. These little flaps out here open up. Little wings, I guess, they open up. You got some mesh pockets in here. I usually put my tripod in here with my spotting scope, which my spotting scope sits in here. And the cool thing about this is there's a spotting scope. These are fleece lined, so you don't have to worry about them scratching anything up. Spotting scope fits in there good. Phone scope adapter fits in there good. Close that up, you're good to go. So yeah, they're fleece lined. Both of them are fleece lined, so you can pick and choose where you want to put them. I typically put I got them in there. Some snacks. Lickies and Chewies, granola bars, beef jerky, Mountain Ops Ignite, gotta have it. Yeah, and it's got these straps, so if you do decide to put a tripod in these mesh pockets, or trucking poles, I put those in there too. It kind of holds them down, cinches them down, you close it up, they stay put. This pack's really simple. It's there's nothing really to it. So you got the spotting scope holders. They've got this little pocket here. That's where I keep all my first aid supplies, fire starter stuff. Kind of a survivalist in that aspect. I think it's the military, but if I get stuck in the woods, I want to make sure I can at least stay warm with the fire. So all my knives, carabiners, multi-tool. Open up the big pouch. Now this is just a big pouch. There you go, past my elbow. Just a pocket in here where I have all my other stuff. You can actually push a hydration bladder, which I have done, and it worked pretty good. It was my hydration bladder that failed, not the bag. My bladder started leaking and I had wet pants, but so I don't know if I'm gonna run one this year. I probably will, but that's about it. The cool thing about this bag is it's kind of designed to stay out in the sticks for a couple days, and it'll hold a ton of gear. Like I said, I took this bear hunting last year. I planned to stay out there for 4 days, and lo and behold, with my granddad's 30-06 he handed down to me when he passed away, that never got any blood on it. I said I was going to go harvest a bear with it, and I did. First day, first weekend of bear season, first day I was out there. I got up there the night before, had this thing all packed up, ready to go, set up camp, and went out the next morning, and there was my bear. So that was pretty cool. It was a great memory. But and this pack just performed great. Got it all sorts of dirty. The cool thing about it is when I was out there, it was rainy, so you don't have to worry about that with Alps Outdoorz, because they, on most of their Streamline packs, have a Rainfly. Fits over the bag nicely. Here, I'll kind of do this for you guys real quick. It fits over the bag nicely. It keeps the stuff dry. It works great. Didn't have a problem with it. And there you go. Now your stuff inside is dry. Like I said, it worked. It worked good. Everything was dry. Everything did what it needed to do. So you got your Rainfly. It's in this little compartment here. You just kind of roll it up, do whatever you got to do to get it in there, and there you go. Now you got a Rainfly. This pack did have a drop-down bow holder or a gun holder. I never used it on this pack. I don't know if I was doing something wrong. I have a left-handed bow. I'm a left-handed shooter, so I know their gun holders work great, but I'm not sure if because I had a left-handed bow, it just wasn't set up for me. So I don't use it. I just use that pouch for tape, electrical tape and everything to tie my tags on. Now for the really cool feature. In between the gun and bowl holder and the rain cover, you got the zipper here. You fold this out. Oh, dropping stuff already. Fold this out, and now you got a meat shelf. Hooks into these little tabs up here, those little buckle snaps, and there you go. Now you got yourself a meat shelf. Got a little orange flag you can stick out. I've got orange trail marking tape that I use to wrap up on the horns or around the bear or whatever. And I use this to pack my bear out. And it worked great. It worked awesome. Didn't have any complaints. The buckles held good. The straps held up tight. The cool thing about it is Alps Outdoorz, they really kind of hook you up and they give you extra lashing straps. So you put your meat in here, put your quarters in there, and you use this to kind of lock it in. If you got yourself a trophy and it's huge, you got extra lashing straps to lengthen out these ones here, which are actually pretty long already. I've got them cinched down pretty good. But like I said, they really thought of everything, and there you go. Now you can really haul some meat. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's out there. So I got this pack. I believe it cost me like $175, if I remember right. Shout out to govx.com. If you're military, veteran, police, EMS, fire, they are a website dedicated just to us guys, DoD workers even, if you work for the Department of Defense. You can go up to their website and sign in, and they do a little check on you, and if you qualify and you become a member of them, it's free to become a member. All their stuff's discounted. So that's where I got this pack from. It was a little bit cheaper than Alps' website. Not by much. I think I saved like 20%, which, I mean, pretty huge when you're single family income. So with that, they give you the 2 lashing straps for your little flip out wings here to hold your meat. I really like that feature. It works great. And then they've got straps down here you can hold on or put gear, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, tent. I had my sleeping pad on here. But I mean, that's about it with that bag. Same kind of concept with the shoulder straps. You know, they're padded, nice and padded. Feel good. They got the, you know, just like the Fanny Pack, they got a chest strap here to keep the straps where they need to be. This thing's kind of cool, this waist belt. It's got like a triangular shaped adjustable belt on it. I don't know what it does. I don't know what it's supposed to do. I just know that it holds on really good. I'll throw this on for you guys real quick since I do have it loaded. The only thing I'm missing is water. So I don't know if you can see, but right here, how the shoulder straps are hanging off, that's how you want it. It's kind of set up like an Exo mountain gear pack. It's supposed to basically distribute the load to your hips instead of carrying it on your shoulders. I've had a bear on here. I've had equipment in here for pre-season scouting, and it's gotten heavy, and it never hit my shoulders. It never did. It's really good for carrying a load. So, you know, this pack is great. It breathes really well. It's got the slots in here in the back, padded back, to let it breathe. Same thing, padded waist belt. You got your waist storage here. Oh, look at that. Guess I'm ready for bear season in 2 weeks. Got a little predator call, try to get them in closer so I can get them with my bow. So yeah, Traverase X. Ladies, if you're watching, Alps Outdoorz makes a pack just like this. It's called the Monarch X. It's specifically designed for women hunters, for the ladies. It's curved and contoured to a lady's shape. I'm actually going to get the wife one, see how she likes it. And I'll actually have her do a gear review on it, because we are a family gig going. So have her do a review on it, what she thinks and what her take is, and she's gonna get hers in Coyote Brown as well. It looks identical, it's just smaller. That's it, just a little bit smaller, and the shoulder pads are cut for a woman's frame, woman's build. So that's really cool. The bag I have comes with this frame. Big, nasty. I took this pack, I bought it specifically for my high hunt. I did a excuse me. I did a rifle high hunt out here in Washington, up in the northern Cascades, and my buddy that I went with, he had an interesting setup, but I basically carried everything. I carried the tent, I carried sleeping bags for us. Well, I think he carried his own, but I had water, I had food, I had everything we needed in this pack. It is huge. Really cool thing is it's got like a bungee style top, so it'll cinch down pretty good, and these straps obviously can adjust out. I mean, there's not much adjustment. So this bag's got basically two parts to it. It's got this roll top, and then you stick your arm down in here, and right here, so you can have quick access to your sleeping bag, there's another compartment with another roll top. And in between those, there's this little shelf that you can cinch down and separate your gear. Really like that. It was a cool feature. This bag held everything and more. I couldn't have been happier with it. Kind of like the Traverase X, it's got the center pocket that holds a lot. And then it's got these two little side pouches, and you can open those up. And there's this kind of like leather. So it feels like leather. Should be leather, but right here, this is a magnet, and that's where the sleeve for your gun is, for the butt of your gun. And you can run that up, and I used it. That's what I hiked in with. We hiked in about 20 miles, and I had full range of motion with my hands. This bag is kind of cool. It's been really used and abused. It's dirtier than sin. It's got these little pins sticking out here, these silver pins. So, get a better look. These silver pins. And they've got little key ring, basically, holders on there. You get extras when you buy the bag. This is fully adjustable to you. That's how you put your bag on. Alright, sorry about that. Got a phone call from the wife. But, so you can attach the bag like that. These little flaps on the side stay in place. I did run it with the bag on there. It made it really tight and hard to get these pins on. So basically you just flap them out of the way and attach the bag. Makes it a lot easier. But this basically, the whole purpose and design between this is, if I remember right, this is called the Commander Pack and Frame, and they have what's called the Commander X. They brought it out right when I bought this. And it's Coyote Brown. It's, in my opinion, a way better design than this, but it's also significantly more. So, more money. So I wasn't too upset because this does everything it needs to do. So being out in the Pacific Northwest, brushier than sin, I carry a machete on here, rope for whatever. Same thing. This has got a drop down meat shelf on it, just like that. I've used this as a chair actually, and that works pretty good. But just like the Traverse, they give you extra lashing straps, and I keep those in there. But yeah, you got these little pockets in here. You can carry all your knives, whatever you want to carry. But basically the design of this is you can carry camp in your pack. Once you get to camp, download your pack, put the stuff you need on your frame, and just carry your frame so you can haul out your game. Big buckles, big buckles. You got 3 of them all the way down. This frame is completely adjustable. Anybody can use it, and it's comfortable. I don't know how much weight I had on my back, and I did end up feeling it towards the end, just because I was carrying a lot of stuff. And that hunt was interesting. That was definitely one for the memory bank, but it fits and feels good. I'm pretty sure I got to adjust it some more to me, but it does what it needs to do. You can take this bar out, you can adjust where your straps sit right here. You can adjust your lumbar support. It's got the same thing, the waist pockets on the sides, nice padded waist belt, help you distribute the load and carry a heavy load. So if you're in the market for a good company for packs, definitely check out Alps Outdoorz. They're a couple $100 cheaper than an Exo Mountain Gear, and they work great. I haven't had a single problem with any of the packs I've used. All of these I've used on hunts. All of these I've thrown through the ringer, and they all perform flawlessly. I've never had the chance to try an Exo Mountain Gear, and that's, I mean, you got Mystery Ranch, and there's other companies out there that are in the same price point. You got, you know, Badlands, Tenzig. That's about all I know right now. I was running Walmart packs when I first started, and I'd break them, they'd rip, they weren't comfortable, and that's the whole thing about being out in the outdoors is what I found over time is the more comfortable you are, the longer you're going to stay out there, the harder you're going to push. So the boots you wear, the gear you wear, the packs you wear, all of that ties in together and just helps you be a better hunter. And all of Alps Outdoorz equipment has made me a better hunter. I shoot with the bags on. I actually shot my deer last year while wearing this. Their bino harness, I know I did a review and I had some not so good things to say about it, but if you don't have the money to go out and spend on an expensive bino harness, I had to save up for a little bit. That bino harness works great, and it's only 50 bucks. So they put out a great product at a great price point, and they really have the consumer in mind, and they make quality gear. That's all I can really say about them. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram, Just Right Outdoors, or Facebook, Just Right Outdoors. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Make sure you're staying up to date, because I'll have another gear review for next week. We'll get back on track, and I'm not sure what that one's going to be on. If you guys have any ideas, go ahead and shoot me a comment or anything, and I'll get her done. But other than that, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Get ready for the season. Train hard.